A Boone County mother says her daughter's death is a perfect example of just how bad the heroin problem is in northern Kentucky. 9 on Your Side's Natasha Williams is live in Florence with more on how she tried everything she could to save her daughter, Natasha.
Well, Clyde, Tina Rowland says she knows her daughter tried to kick that heroin addiction, but she just couldn't do it. The drug was just too powerful.
And that wasn't the daughter that I raised. That's how powerful this is.
Her visits with Tabby are now in the cemetery, the bubbly, friendly, big-hearted 24-year-old who fought her heroin addiction for several years, but lost the battle this spring.
She passed away on April 16th in my house. I was away on vacation and I got the call in Texas.
Rowland says the drug that took her daughter was so powerful it made her powerless.
There was nothing that we could do that was going to even prevent her from stopping that next hit.
Throughout the Commonwealth, throughout Ohio, throughout the country, we're hearing that there are more arrests and more contacts with heroin abuse or heroin offenders than we ever have had before.
A problem now so big in Boone County that Captain Lenny Cloyd is part of a coalition trying to figure out ways to deal with it. In 2011, there were only 5 heroin-related arrests. Last year, that number catapulted to 35. Heroin-related deaths in Boone County have doubled in a year, from 33 to 66.
You cannot arrest yourself out of this problem. We can arrest every drug dealer that there is. The problem still remains. So what we've had to look at is this is not a police problem. This is a community problem.
Rowland agrees and is not letting Tabby's death be in vain. Through her Facebook page, Tabitha's Fight to Stop Heroin, and her group, tabithasfight.org, Rowland hopes to raise awareness and educate. Her goal is to save a life, although her daughter's couldn't be saved.
Through all this, I have to say, I never gave up. I never gave up. And I know what, I can honestly say, I know Tabitha didn't make it, but she did try.
Now, another sign of just how big the heroin problem is here in Boone County. Rowland says from January of this year until her daughter's death in April, she knows of 5 other people in their 20s that also died from heroin overdoses. Now, one of those victims is buried in a few cemetery plots right around the corner from her own daughter in the same cemetery. In Boone County, Natasha Williams, 9 on Your Side.
Natasha, it's a story we've been covering and hearing those same stories over and over again. Thanks for that news story tonight.